Hello, editing, Renny and Bo checking in with y'all from the future. This was recorded back in August, I think at the end of August, and I've since cut my hair, and I also went ahead and cut my bangs last night. So I'm looking very different. It's also almost October, so we'll just talk about that later. Anyways, life update aside, hair update, not even a life update. I want to let you guys know that I was having such troubles with my camera situation during this time and pretty much the last couple of months. My regular camera was being serviced and held hostage. And so I was using my GoPro as well as buying and returning and paying restocking fees on cameras from Best Buy, and this camera, which I'm not familiar with, being one of them. So the majority of the podcast is filmed, some of the podcast is not. We're still figuring things out. Thank you for being patient and enjoy the episode. What is up, guys? It is your girl Renny. I am here with Justin today, also known as
Club Bum.
Club Bum. So today I'm here with him just because I've been following you. Okay, so I'm not good with time. Like what I think, I perceive time really horribly.
Yo,
so what I think is like...
You let me go.
Okay, but so I started following you, like, I want to say a year or a few months before you got your Nike partnership. Was it a Nike or Adidas? It was Nike?
Yeah, it was Nike. You know what's funny? I'd be forgetting about that whole shit, even though it was last year.
It was last year?
Yeah, it was last year.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
It seems like so long ago.
I feel like 5-6 years ago.
Right?
To be honest with you.
I thought it would at least be 2 years ago. Let's get into it. So I started following you a while ago. I hit you up the other day about doing a pair of shoes for me because I love sneakers. And I've always wanted a pair from you, but I don't know why I never thought to just hit you up. So I hit you up, and you were like, yep, we could do it. Just let me know when.
The Birkins. Was it Birkins?
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
The Birkins? Yeah.
Oh, I love my Birkenstocks.
Yo.
I wear Birkenstocks every day.
I'm telling you give me that, I'll do that in a heartbeat.
In the winter, I put socks under. That's it.
I gotta get me a pair because I actually love the style of it.
Yeah.
You know, I'm just be one of those that be wear socks. No, right. I don't mind showing my feet.
Yeah. No. Summertime, toes out. Wintertime. It's my like perfect dog walking shoe. Get right in it. Get right out. I don't know. I literally stopped wearing flip flops. Like I don't know. Probably like 5 years ago.
I mean.
So yeah, and then I was like, you know what? Why don't we do a podcast? Because I always see you tagging where you are, and you're local to New York. So I was like, I'm always in New York. I'm from New York. Let's do it.
Yeah, I got a lot to say in the
yeah.
So I'll be feeling like some of my journeys or just my life period. I say it's interesting, but I could feel like a lot of people could like adapt to it and relate to it in a sense, because you know. A lot of my friends, even now, they still be like, yo, you still not working a job? You still doing this? I'm like, yo, how? And I'm like, yo, it's a lot of hard work. People be thinking, like, a lot of shit that I do is easy. But it's not, you know, just to maintain or even attract.
Right.
Like, people who want to invest in me. Like, that's a hard...
No, yeah. It's hard to sell yourself. It's an easy job to sell... Well, not that you have to sell things at Target, but it's an easy job to just ring things up at Target.
Yeah, for real.
Let everyone know where everything is and whatnot. Like
there's a whole system set up for you already.
Right,
You just gotta do it.
Exactly.
If you don't do it, you're fired.
Right. With what you do and what I do, it's like you have to market yourself. You have to be your own, like, financial advisor. You need to be your own, like, marketer. Right. You need to be
your own supervisor.
All the hats.
All that.
Yeah, you wear all the hats. So I definitely get that for sure. That's why I'm like, you know, on some days, actually no, I never want a regular job, but I do see the allure to it. I do see the fact that you have this set routine, because my schedule changes every single week. You have a set routine. You know who you're answering to. Exactly. You know what you have to do. Like, I will miss messages and text messages. Like, I have to go back. I'm like, I know there was something for Wednesday, but I can't find out what was Wednesday. And I'm like, even if I wrote it down, I can't find the note. Like, it's just like...
That'd be me every day. People be hitting me up. That's why I be trying not to post so much. It's like, yo, I post one thing. People like, yo, what happened to my sneakers? What happened to my pants? I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Damn.
No, for sure.
I thought I did that already for you.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
But it's fun. It's like it makes you feel like alive. Like you have like something to give to this world of substance, you know. So
for sure,
I be telling people like, even though I have problems, like I'll be comparing it like, I have good problems, you know, instead of like, you know, like really major problems. Like, oh shit,
right?
Ain't no life or death.
Right, exactly.
At least not yet, type shit. But anyways.
So what is Club Bum?
Oh, Club Bum. It's a brand. Oh, it's actually a non-profit organization I started.
Okay.
Way back in 2020. I started it in 2009.
Okay. And how old
as far as like the idea and the concept of it, you know, and initially started off. I wanted to like make it as a sneaker store.
Okay.
You know, because back then I was a whole big sneaker collector, and there was this one dude on my block. And he's pretty known. Like he had got over 3,000 pairs of sneakers, but every day he would wear these busted up pair of Air Force Ones, basketball shorts, tank top, and nobody would say nothing to him. Like he would really wear that every day.
Yeah.
But can nobody tell him nothing because
they knew he had the drip.
Exactly. He was a sneaker king, you know. So I always took that concept and I always admired because like I would get certain things. Oh, I'm not the type of person like I would buy something. Or I get something that fits my personality and my characteristic, you know, especially like with footwear. So whenever he would see that, he was like, "Oh, I don't even got that." I'm like, "Oh, you don't got these?" Like,
yeah.
Shit. So we like developed a connection like that. And I remember I was telling him, I was like, "Yo, I wanna like do like told him my idea like having a sneaker store where the outside is like trash, bummy, like you'll never."
Yeah.
You would think like it's mad fiends outside. You wouldn't want to walk past it. But the inside is like so elegant. It would be like a restaurant, like an art museum / sneaker store, like all in one. You know, and like
don't tell them you haven't done it yet.
I know, I can still do it.
No, that's incredible.
Like for real, like.
It's like it's a speakeasy, but not a speakeasy.
Right.
Like, yeah, that's really cool. I like that a lot.
So I just like took on that whole idea and just started like running with it. I'm like, alright, cool. I'm gonna call it Club Bum. But like after, I would say like 2010, 2011, like my heart started like opening up. Like as far as like my wisdom and just like viewing the world, you know, and I was having like more empathy. Like towards a lot and started questioning a lot. You know, like even homeless people, they're like, yo, I'll be questioning them like, yo, why does this man don't give up? Like, why he never commit suicide or anything like that?
Yeah.
You know, like each and every day he still tries and tries and tries. I'm like, damn. Now I got inspired from that. I'm like, oh wow, these people don't give up, even though we consider them to be down in the bottom, like
and not having anything to live for.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, but they still living and they still providing some value, you know, and a lot of them are extremely talented, you know, so I told myself like, yo, I want to create like a brand or organization. Like this is just like the longevity goal of it is like to like build like a whole shelter. A whole, I don't know if this is Armory down by like 148th in Harlem, by 145th in Harlem. It's this huge armory, like this huge space. It's gotta be like at least like 4 acres. You know, it has like tennis courts, basketball courts, a track. And I remember when I was teaching preschool, like we would always take the kids over there like to play tennis and stuff. I'm like, yo, imagine this whole facility like a fucking yeah, my Caribbean tongue.
Rehabilitation?
There we go. For real. You know, but it would be like a sanctuary where like a lot of like homeless families, they could come in, you know, they'll have a place to stay. Yeah. But it also could help to expose their talents. You know, they would have a cooking studio, like sports clinics, you know, technology programs, you know, anything that you're interested in, it will be there for you to help and develop and, you know, build your own brand, build your own economy off of that, you know. So that's like my long-term goal, like with Club Bum, you know.
That's amazing.
Yeah. You know, so
it runs deep.
it
Then
runs so deep.
yeah.
Runs so deep. And actually,
Wow.
background of BUM is like an acronym. You know, because I always tell people like it doesn't matter like what realm you in, and like people's gonna judge you. People's gonna categorize you as a bum.
Yeah.
It could be in the school, it could be in the work, it could be in the sports field, it could be any field. It's like, yo, give an example, like in high school, like, you could just wear same thing every day. You know, motherfuckers like, yo, look at this bum ass nigga.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Get out of here.
Yeah.
You know, not knowing that nigga is the smartest kid in the whole entire school. And like 10 years from now, he's gonna be a fucking millionaire.
Right, exactly.
You know, so it's like breaking that oxymoron and just ending that stereotypical judgment. You know, so I want to carry that concept like into what I'm doing, like into what I'm doing, like what I'm thinking, the energy I give off, into my craft as well. And so that's where I really applied that whole club bum mentality. You know, so I remember my friend. He was doing Photoshop. I was like, oh, sweat. I'm like, I want to do that. You know, so, like, he told me how to do, like, Photoshop. He's like, yo, just go on YouTube. Like, teach yourself. I'm like, shit. You know, YouTube University? Oh, my God. I told myself a lot. Like, he downloaded the program for me. Then, after that, I started teaching myself, like, how to do graphic design. Then I started, like, creating my own logo. You know, then started getting better at it. And next thing you know, I just started, like, tapping into art, which I didn't get into yet.
Yeah.
As far as like, even when I started Club Bum, I wasn't even doing art.
Really?
You know, I was like, yo, I'm gonna turn this into like a real like brand. You know, I want to do it for like clothing. I started making clothes. I think my ex at the time, she told me how to sew. So I was sewing my own shirts. I was like I was getting my own.
You gotta show me. I just got a sewing machine.
Yo,
for my birthday. I want to sew.
I gotta get a new one. Because I want that craft to just keep up. And yeah, I started like designing my own graphic designs. Then I started like getting printed on fabric, like on Spoonflower. Spoonflower is amazing. You can get any graphic and just print it on any material, any fabric, satin, polyester, cotton.
Wow, don't give them the free ad. Get your money.
These motherfuckers will be lazy anyways. For real. You know, so I just started like taking up that uniqueness, and I found myself doing so many things at once.
Yeah.
You know, so that's why my step pops was like, yo, just focus on one thing, and when you conquer that, like the rest of the doors gonna open. So I told myself, all right, cool. I'm gonna focus on Club Bum, but I'm gonna focus on the art aspect of it.
Okay.
You know, and so yeah. But the whole meaning behind Club Bum and the BUM acronym is we're all billionaires under manifestation.
Wow, billionaires under manifestation.
Yeah, so like, yeah, you can call me a bum. No matter. You know,
I like that. I like that a lot.
Next person out there is a bum and shit.
I like that a lot.
As long as you like.
Because manifestation really puts the emphasis in the fact that it's in your hands and not anyone else's. Exactly. You need to manifest it for yourself. So if you don't want it, you will stay at whatever level you consider to be.
That's it. You know? And I learned about like success. It's like, yo, I remember when I was young, I'm like, yo, I'm gonna be successful and established. But I'm like 23, 25. And when I got there, I was like, shit.
Yeah. Thought she was gonna be out the house.
Yo, I said shit.
Thought you were gonna have your own 2-bedroom.
I won't do that shit yet. Shit, I thought I would have been out the country. It's like,
right. Even struggling as a child, like in my adolescence, I still thought I was gonna be out. Like I still thought I was gonna be good. Why did nothing came easy to me as a kid, so I don't understand why I thought it was gonna be so easy for me to leave.
For real, yo. My God. Never thought about that. That's a good perspective.
You know what I mean?
That's a great perspective right there.
Why do you think mom lives like that? Just for fun? For shizzy gigs? Like,
I'm telling you, V. And I'm just glad that like the route that I'm in, you know, because all of our path and math is different and it accumulates the same and it adds up different. It accumulates differently and it adds up differently, not the same, you know.
Yeah, I just do that so I can see the spike in the thing, and then I can match it up perfectly, or else it would take me so long. Yeah. So long to figure it out.
Like, even, like, this is art right here, what you're doing. It's like, it's more for science, but, yo, it's your mind being creative and, like, being disciplined, you know. Is it recording?
It's recording
Oh,
now.
it's recording?
Yeah, it's recording now.
Oh, yeah, back to and crossing path and such like, cause I learned so much. And I feel like I didn't learn a lot until like after I reached 25.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's when everything started. Like, oh, okay. Oh, now I'm gonna take this serious.
Right.
And stuff like that.
Right.
Cause when I first started being creating, as far as like painting, I think it was like in 2012.
So how old are you now?
28.
Wow, black really don't crack.
Yo, I'll still look 17, baby.
You do, I bet you do.
I'm about to be 30 next year, baby. I'll be 29 in November. Or if I don't even feel like it.
Yeah.
Totally.
You wanna guess? Wow, really?
I mean, you look young as fuck.
Yeah.
I mean, with your spirit. I say, you're around my age.
I just turned 21. I just turned 21 August 17th.
What?
Yeah.
I would think you was like at least. Why? Because you just carry yourself just strong and dominant. It's like, yeah, I don't know. It's a grown ass woman, right?
I mean, I am, honestly. No. and that's what people are like, you know, does 21 feel different to you? Does it feel different? I was like, no, it does not. I've been 21 since I was 14 years old. People thought I was 21 years old. I grew up with a single mom, so I can attest most of my maturity and the way I hold myself to her, and what we went through and what she, you know, set me up with. But yeah, I love that I'm as young as I am, and people think I'm as old as I am.
Enjoy it.
Yeah.
When I was 21, goddamn, what the fuck I was doing?
That's what everyone says to me.
I don't remember yesterday. What the fuck?
I pegged you for like 23, 24.
That's good.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep it that way.
Yeah. For
I'm gonna
sure.
keep it that way. I'm gonna keep it that way.
Okay, so I just wanted a baseline to people so when you reference back to like an age, people know where you are now. So you said 25 was when you really started getting serious about it.
Actually, 24. That's when I really got rolling, because a lot of my push like came from like a lot of heartbreaks and disappointments, like dealing with relationships. Like I'm gonna explain like what led to me in creating this style of painting that I do.
Yeah, the like I would call it like deconstructed. Okay.
I kind of call it I gave it a name like misconception art. You know, because the whole emphasis behind it. I'll give you an example. It kind of looks like you too.
This looks at me.
I said, I kind of look like you too.
I'll take it.
Like that girl. Actually, like that girl. Word. Oh, well, you could take it. That'd be a gift.
Oh, I love it. Thank you.
So the whole concept of it, of that painting style, is like no matter how much society misconcepts and distorts our love, our integrity, our respect, our intelligence, like our character, everything, as you can see, it's like no matter what, we still form and turn out beautiful. No matter what way they send us.
Right.
You know, or they try to distort us or extort us. Shit, dealing with capitalism. Goddamn. Yeah.
Okay. Underline extort. Exclamation.
Yo, for real. So
for our people.
Goddamn. Yeah, no matter what, like we still form out beautiful. So that's the whole aspect that I take within the whole concept of the art that I'm doing now. You know, so that's kind of like what led me to gravitate to a lot of people, like being interested and even wanting to invest into my art. Because before this, I wasn't even painting like this. I was painting like
realism, like more like.
Yeah, I was doing like, I think there's an example right there, that middle picture.
This middle picture?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's a painting? Not to say that people wouldn't pay great money for what you do now, because obviously they do. But like everyone wants like a realistic ass picture of their grandma, or you know what I'm saying?
God, doing all that was, people used to ask me to do that. I'm like, damn, that shit. It was just boring to me.
Yeah, it wouldn't inspire you. It's not your grandma, you know?
Right.
I get it.
Even the process and the method of doing that traditional type of painting, it's like,
Yeah.
Like, I have more fun doing this.
Right.
You know, because I could take it to so many levels and avenues.
Right.
You know? And it even got me to even doing...
The shoes.
The shoes.
That was one of my questions. I was going to say, I assumed painting canvases came first, and that's what did, right?
Yeah.
What started the shoes?
What year I had 2020, honestly. I think it was 2018. My homeboy, who worked for Def Jam, he had an idea, this concept idea he wanted to do like with sneakers. And he said he wanted me to paint on canvas and do like an installation with the sneakers, because he had came out with his own like shoelace.
Okay, so paint the canvas to replicate kind of what's going on with the sneaker.
Right.
Gotcha.
I think I have an example. I'm gonna show you real quick. And I was doing this like this Bugs Bunny character, and I thought about like incorporating the roses inside of the check, because he had like orange laces and shit. So that's when I first started like getting the idea like, oh shit looks like pop. You know, like anything I do, like I'll do for myself first.
Right.
And if I love it,
right,
I'm raring it. And when people want to get the feedback from people outside, they're like, yo, all right, cool.
Oh, wow, that's way... I didn't think of it like that in my head, but I get it now. That's
like a
cool.
whole entire sneaker, like, installed on the canvas.
Right, like literally.
Like, literally.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like that a lot.
Yeah, and that was the first time I was actually did, like, the little room.
I think I found you on, like... It's one of those like art repost page, like that would repost that guy that like does mad flowers. You know that guy that like has like gloves on.
Oh yeah,
he does like the flowers.
Oh my god, he's working.
Yeah. So like I was following a bunch of those. Like I still follow a bunch. I follow a bunch of those pages, and I found you. And maybe I'm trying to think of it. Tax collection.
Fucking love Tax Collection. Actually working on a piece for
the person who runs it?
The person who runs it, Max.
Wow, you never
And
really
he's from
know.
Brooklyn too.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
You never
I'm
know.
supposed to be doing an interview with him. Yeah, whenever I finish the painting. Yo, I be getting like.
Oh my god, this looks like what you do. The ceiling.
Yo, you like the third or fourth person who pointed that out in my entire life.
But I know you didn't do this.
No, I didn't do this.
Yeah, I know you didn't.
But it's crazy how like I grew up like looking at this like every damn day. It used to get tight having like like birthdays and shit. Fucking balloon would pop.
Oh my god,
she used to touch that shit. I'm like, fuck. But that's crazy how like I transition like more into like what I'm doing now. Like I be looking like my fucking palette that be
right there is like mirroring that right now.
Exactly. That's
crazy.
You put me on the other trip right now.
That's crazy. Right?
That's a cool perspective right there.
No,
For real. So I started doing that 2 years ago, and I really started like doing it more last year. You know, and I wanted to like take it more serious, but at that time I was like doing more painting last year. You know, and this year, one of my homies, he hit me up like, yo, I seen what you was doing last year. I was trying to holler at you. Now I'm ready. Because I tell people, like, whenever you're ready.
Yeah.
You know, because art is a delicate situation. Like, something that you got to take time with. You know, you got to have the right energy for it. You got to be willing to invest in it.
Right.
You know, people just hit you up and like, yo. And they be half-assing, not even knowing what to expect.
Yeah.
But anyways. So yeah, I did his pair this year, and that's when I really started like taking off. It's like, yo, I have like tons of painting commissions. I haven't even started yet.
Yeah.
This is like fucking 3-4 months ago.
Oh my gosh! Wow. Yeah.
And shit. So like even like a couple of those is like commission. That big one you see, like alright, that's a commission for this nail salon up in the Bronx. But they ain't pick it up, and I ain't dropping that shit off.
No, I like that one.
And shit, cause like now this year or this summer, like the rose stingers has been picking up, and I've been getting like tons and tons of orders. Like there was more stingers than were stacked up now. This is just me.
Those are not your sneakers.
No,
these are all orders.
Yeah, these are all sneaker orders.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I thought these were sneaker orders. I thought that was just you.
Oh, no. My sneakers is in my closet.
Oh, okay, okay.
So I don't even buy sneakers like that unless I'm just doing it for myself.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like these is just me treating myself.
Yeah, because I saw those recently, like a couple of days ago.
Nah, it was yesterday.
Oh, it was yesterday. I mean, time. What is it? Renny doesn't know.
Don't fucking exist.
But
yeah.
No, that's awesome. So what is the bulk of your income? Is it commission-based paintings? Is it the shoes now? Do you even know at this point?
Well, right now is mainly the shoes.
Mm-hmm.
Because they just been kicking up.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like a... I don't even want to sound too dramatic. It's not like a monkey see, monkey do game.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes within art. Especially like if it's good and people love it. You know, because that's what I like wearing my stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because people see and they see the example. You know, no, what I meant to say is seeing is believing. So when they see me with these up close and personal, you know, and they touch it and they feel it, like, oh shit, these really don't move.
Yeah.
And I tell people like how I ran the New York City Marathon with like a custom pair.
You did.
Yeah.
Wow, you like to run.
I don't like to run this.
Oh, you did it for the shoes.
No, I did it cause I used to be a teacher.
Oh, okay.
So I gotta get with these timelines.
No.
These timelines. I can't be going back and forth cause
No, well, I have to come back.
Right.
There's too much to talk about. Well, I'll come back another day, but continue. So.
For real. So I actually ran a marathon for the school I used to teach.
Okay.
And they always do this fundraiser and stuff like that. So I was just raising money for them. And I think when you run with an organization, it's like you don't have to pay for the New York City Marathon.
Okay.
Otherwise, you have to pay like $2,000 and change just to run.
2,000 and change.
Right.
They don't okay, so I was like a Girl Scout and I was giving out water at the New York City Marathon. Mm-hmm. They don't give you water. They don't give the runners shit. So what do the runners get within that $2,000?
If you make it, you get
space to run.
If you make it, you get that a little gold medal. That's it.
I have to look into this because this is quite absurd.
For real. I mean, you got to pay some money. I'm like, shit, I'm glad I'm going through with this school, so I don't have to pay for it. I mean, I did have to come.
2,000.
Yeah. That was the goal. The goal was like 2,300. I think my homie who ran it like 3 times, he was like, yeah, usually this is how much you have to pay to enter. I'm like, whoa. People really pay for this death trap? I'm like, nigga, like, what the fuck? And I didn't even train for it.
I'm perplexed, as you can see. I'm like... It's not even the running. I'm just thinking like, what, because they shut down that much of New York to run all at once. People pay for trainers. People work out. People put so much into this. You add another $2,000. I need to interview a runner. I need to interview a New York City Marathon runner.
Yo, New York City Marathon?
That's not you.
Like the whole... Yeah, for I ain't no runner. Shit. Yeah, like that whole organization, for that, at least like that whole entire, I forgot how long is it, like they make like at least like $1 billion easily.
Oh, I'm fucking sure they're wiping their ass with a bee. Like, what? Who runs it? Where is this going?
Even when they have the convention, it's like all the materials that you get to buy, it's like, what? And they mad expensive too. I'm like, damn.
And then they have people like Nike who are sending people there and sponsoring and putting up tents. So you're not even paying for those tents. So Nike's probably paying you to be there. Oh. And you're charging people. And you're...
It's like, y'all
I need
like, y'all gotta make my money back somehow.
I need to get to the bottom of this. I have to know what comes with the 2,000. What comes with it?
I just wanted to do it just for... It was like a checklist too, because around that time, like I had cut my hair last year, so I was like going through like a regrowth stage and stuff like that. So that was probably like my regrowth of like having like more self-discipline, you know, like plus a lot of our ancestors they ran miles and even walked miles in worse conditions longer than any of us. So like getting through that, it was like a whole sigh of relief, even though it was hell. But still, like... It was like, okay, I would have never normally done this feat of physical endurance,
but I did it so I know I can. So, like, why don't I do just, like, maybe 1/12 of this a day? Like, you know,
or even a quarter.
or even a quarter.
Yo,
like.
for real. But once I started seeing, like, I saw like this old lady with 2 crutches. She was pushing it. Like, oh shit.
The marathon?
Yeah, the marathon.
Oh.
Oh my god. But what really got me too, it was just like this black guy like with autism in a wheelchair, pedaling backwards. I had his fucking nurse with right there with him. I was like, yo.
Like, he was pedaling backwards to go the right way because it was easiest, and his wow.
Yeah. I was like, nah, there ain't no way I could quit. You know, even when
oh my god,
they
you
say
feel like such a piece of shit.
I would have felt so trash.
I couldn't even look anyone in the eye, especially homeboy going backwards. I'd be like, oh, don't.
I'm like, why do I have to see y'all? Now I really gotta finish this. You know, so. But after finishing, it was just like a whole sigh of relief, and I mean, I won't do it. I mean, I will do it again, but this time I would train better.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because it was just like, see, like you wake up right now. I'm like, hey, you wanna run a marathon? I'm like, all right, cool. That should be light. I ain't gonna lie. The first like 12, 13 miles, I was fucking booking that shit.
Are you serious?
Yo, that shit was light. That one, when I got to like mile 18, I was like, fuck. First of all, Brooklyn is huge. Manhattan is type big, you know. We had to cut through 59th, then go all the way to the Bronx, then come back from the Bronx into Harlem, then from Harlem to Central Park. I fucking hate Central Park now, because Central Park is fucking so deep and so vast.
Mm-hmm.
And those are like the last 6 miles that you gotta like endure. Like it's all in Central Park, and it's
Give you a little PTSD, huh?
haven't been in Central Park since.
That was in 2019, folks.
Yo, for real. But like after accomplishing that, it was like a huge sigh of relief, and like I felt like more motivated, more. I was like, I can do anything.
So what shoes did you take on the marathon?
I had on some. Damn, I don't know what it's called. I'm just gonna show you.
Okay.
Alright, so I'm like, yo, let me do my little joint.
What is this? This is how long?
Yeah, 26.2. So it's like it was like a memory right there.
26.2.
Right. I mean, it's probably like
I don't know if I'll
probably
ever
got
do
like
that.
40 miles now, cause.
I don't know if I'll ever do that.
Yeah. Well,
Kudos to you.
It's an experience. Like,
but so
people usually do it like once in your life.
Maybe once.
I would say like, you know, like as a bucket list, like it would be cool to do it like once in your whole lifetime, you know, because it's like thousands of people do it.
Yeah, I think I'll put it on the bucket list for
Mhm.
sure, especially because I'm from New York. Probably.
For real. And a
I've
lot of
been
older
there.
people do it too. I'm like, what the fuck? That nigga's bugging.
Well, that's because we're getting close. The bucket list is being viewed on quite near a daily basis at this point.
Yo,
so it's
real.
like, well, still haven't done the marathon, and Sally next year is not gonna be a good year. Might as well do it now.
Might as well. I'm like, yo, I'm so glad I did it. That's crazy because it was last year. And despite like everything that's going on, all the fuckery going on this year, it's like, yo, shit, I'm glad I got that out the way.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because obviously that shit's canceled.
Yeah, hell no. Y'all be running like shoulder to shoulder out there, like the way it looks.
I was trying to pass everybody, but I ended up finishing like 6.5 hours, which is not too bad.
I don't know what the standard 26-mile pace
people,
is supposed to be.
Like the train runners, they actually get paid if they win first place. Like they go before everybody. Like they start like 7 o'clock.
Right.
And I think like there's an African dude, he did it in like less than 2 hours.
I have asthma, and I smoke.
Yo.
So that's another reason why I probably.
The day before, man, I was smoking up. I smoked so many spliffs. I was drinking so many beers. I'm like, what the fuck? That's crazy.
He goes, maybe I'll train a little harder next time. Night before.
Yo.
We're smoking, we're drinking, regular ass night. Did you go to sleep early?
I think I went to sleep like around 11.
Okay.
But I had to wake up like at 4 o'clock.
Oh.
just to be at Staten Island by like 7 o'clock.
Right.
And we didn't start till like 11.
That's where it starts.
Yeah, Staten Island. It started right there by like Tapestry Bridge, whatever that joint's called. So yeah. So you go from Staten Island to Queens to Brooklyn, through Lower Manhattan, Upper Manhattan. You cut through Harlem a little bit. Yeah, you actually do pass Harlem. Get into the Bronx. Then you go around from the Bronx back into Harlem. Harlem to Central Park.
So how long have you been in the Bronx?
Literally all my life.
Oh, your life?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Majority of people think I'm Harlem based. But like my art career started in Harlem.
Okay.
You know, and that actually started like me being a teacher. This could be like 2 hours right there.
Oh, the phone call.
Yeah. Those are my mentors. And yeah, I actually started like being like a preschool teacher, cause like after when I first started culinary school, like after I graduated high school, like I didn't really know like what career outlets I wanted to do. Well, it definitely wasn't art, cause back then, even though I went to an art high school, it was still like a hobby, and I was like still into basketball.
Wow, there were art high schools?
Yeah, I went to a school called New School for Arts and Science. It was like a school in a school. And we were like the last graduates, so after we graduated, like the school was like shut down and closed.
I can only imagine, because when I talk to people about who the school was, like even before I was in, like my generation was in like middle school or high school, it was just a lot more hands-on. Like I had a guy who works with my dad at a bar in Brooklyn. Actually went to my high school in Connecticut. And because he saw me wearing Vikings, like, you know, our West Hill Viking stuff. But it didn't say West Hill, it just said Vikings. And it's the same logo as the Minnesota Vikings. So he was like, is that for the Minnesota Vikings? I was like, no, it's my high school. He was like, no fucking way. And I was like, what do you mean?
Yeah.
And he's like, you went to West Hill? And I was like, I know, you sure as fuck didn't. What are you doing here? But he was like, yeah, he was like, yo, we used to have, like, because I think my grade was, like, the last grade of, like, the rap class being an elective.
Wow.
But his grade, they would have people rap in the courtyard with the kids, like, people who would actually do it, like, not just some teacher who doesn't give a fuck and would just be like...
Right.
Because that was the class that you, like, if you wanted to skip class, like, that was the class you signed up for.
No, that was pretty cool.
And so, yeah, he was like, yeah, we would have, like, so many different artists come to the courtyard. I was like, West Hill ain't doing none of that now. Like, what? How did people come into this school?
Like I grew up in the wrong time.
To rap? So, that's amazing. Art high school. I've never heard of that.
I mean, it was I didn't even took no art classes until like I was a fucking junior and shit. So,
all right.
it was one of the mediocre art schools. Cause I did remember after 8th grade I did take a test for like LaGuardia, but I took the wrong test because LaGuardia is like a mainly art school, you know. But I took an architecture test. I was supposed to take a cartooning test, and I didn't realize that till like halfway. I'm like, what the fuck am I doing all this rules and shit, you know? So like halfway into it, I'm like, yo, I'm taking the wrong test. And by that time, like my whole spirit was like, I done wasted so many times. So I'm like, fuck it, I just go to this school, you know. So like after I graduated, like didn't really know what I really wanted to do. But I always loved to eat. I always loved cooking. Cause my pops, like he was like known for like being, even though they didn't have like a good relationship, like my nigga would cook his ass off.
Yeah.
Like, yo, like he was
I
even
can say
known.
the same about my father. We don't have a great relationship, but he can definitely cook his ass off.
You know, it's funny because the majority of the men in my family, like, they cook. You know, so I kind of, like, wanted to carry on that transition. But so I was like, let me go to, like, a culinary art school. You know, that was something, like, I could do. I could still eat for free, and learn how to cook. So once I did that, started working at the Cheesecake Factory and the Yard House as a prep cook. I was a baker at the Cheesecake Factory. So having those two jobs and doing culinary school, which start at like 6 a.m. like every day, it's like damn, like I went from like a 3.9 to like a 2.3.
Yeah.
Cause the whole stress level, it was like yo, cause the whole culinary field is like very intense. It's like, they do say it's like one of the hardest fields to like to work under. Cause
no, I feel like it's like
shit
very
feel
like
slavery.
militant.
Yes.
Like yeah.
That shit feel like slavery.
Yeah.
It's like
Just
goddamn.
the cooking shows I watch, like obviously not everyone is freaking Gordon Ramsay, but like I feel like that feel is just the general. It's just like fear based.
Oh no, they all
like
Gordon
fear
Ramsay.
based. They're all like that.
For real. Even the nice ones, it's like they take that shit serious.
Yeah.
Cause it's food. You're like you can't play with food.
It's true. Like
You
it's
know?
very like exact. It's very like temperatures and like different oils react. It's
Literally.
like very scientific. Like there's
The
for
science
sure
behind it and the math behind it is like, yo, I didn't know there could be all this shit.
Yeah, it's like
Fuck.
science behind the things that you obviously know. There'd be science behind like the temperature and everything like that, the measurements. But then there's like a science behind things like you wouldn't even think. Like most
Literally.
people don't think of like how different oils and their skincare or hair care react with each other.
Yes.
Which is something I didn't know of until like the past 2 years. I think I started looking into that and I was like, oh wow, like I could be using great things and them just not meshing together.
Right.
Like, but yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, I was in that.
Yeah.
When I first grew my hair, like 3-4 years ago, it's like, oh shit, this is the whole learning process. I'm like, yeah, y'all girls go through a lot. Like, what the fuck? Goddamn, that's how I had to recut it. I had to cut it, like, to do like a regrowth,
Right.
just so I could like take care of it better. You know, because like we all literally just walking plants and stuff like that. So definitely about learning about the oils. Even when it comes to cooking, like they all have like a different temperature base. Like cooking with certain oils can be like poisonous if you heat it up to a certain degree.
Wow.
And stuff like that. So everything like so, I'll just carry all that tradition and just put it like towards the craft that like I really wanted to do.
And like it kind of almost seems like smeared icing or something like that. Is like, does that come from anything or no? Am I just reaching?
Oh, doing the.
Like, yeah.
Oh, that just come from like taking control like over the distortions and like building up. I was like, yo, cause I kind of like things in layers and I kind of like texture and I like things thick and bulky. So I was like,
Right.
yo, let me just use up all of this paint like to the best advantage and like create something with it. And it just goes through like based on like the mind state I'm in or the energy, you know, cause it's all like therapeutic. And
Right.
people think I be doing these like mad random. It's like not. I be having it's like everything's like pre-planned. You know.
Oh, okay, yeah. I was gonna ask, like, do you, okay, so for this one seems completely done, and then that was done on top, whereas this seems like you planned where you're going to, you know what I mean? Was that the same way, or no?
That one, I was just really just going on feeling. But as I started like doing more, it's like, all right, let me just plan it. You know, because it was more easier than planning everything out and seeing where each distortion would be. You know, so I kind of like the whole emphasis of like working more smarter instead of like working harder and trying to while thinking while I'm there instead of just already pre-thinking everything.
Right.
You know.
I like that.
So going from culinary school to failing. The dean at the time was like, yo, what do you like to do? And I just showed him some sketches I did. He was like, yo, you should really go to art school. He was like, yo, finish the last semester and transfer out. Like, I even write you a letter of recommendation.
Wow.
I just took his advice like halfway. I'm like, I ain't gonna finish this last semester though. Yo, I quit both jobs because I just got so tired of everything. So I quit both jobs. This was like in 2012. Quit the Cheesecake Factory, quit the Yard House. And I didn't even go back to school. I just went straight into like I'm just become an artist and stuff like that. So then I met up with one of my homeboys who was a graffiti and tattoo artist at the time, and he actually gave me the confidence and emphasis like to be more of an artist. You know, I didn't even know what canvas was until I started like hanging around in his studio.
Oh wow.
You know, so started doing that. Started playing around with. I remember he asked me he needed to like do a stencil. So that's where, like, I asked my friend, like, teach me Photoshop.
Yeah.
So I taught myself everything. So it was like a trigger effect, you know. So, in like a few months within that summer, like I started like creating some portraits, just doing random artwork. Like, I be looking to my artwork what I did back then. I'm like, damn, just came a long way.
Yeah.
God damn. And shit. So, and during that summer, what actually gave me more confidence is my older brother got me a job working as a preschool teacher for Harlem Children's Zone. So when I started that in 2012, that really gave me my confidence. Because being around, like, little children, oh my God, it was like my greatest muse. Because they full of intelligence, they full of energy, they full of wit, sarcasticness, and they just, like, crazy talented. And, like, when you mix that all into one.
And, like, so pure.
So pure.
That's the level of them that's always so magical, is the pureness.
And energy don't lie. And that's how I got the job in the first place. Because the interview was like, yo, if a child's acting up, like, how would you differentiate? I'm like, yo, energy don't lie. Because I remember when I was a little kid, I'm like, yo, I could automatically tell, like, oh, we go chew this teacher up.
Yeah.
Type shit. And that's based on their spirit,
how
they present themselves.
Yeah.
That's everything. So
how they introduce themselves the first time they walk in.
Exactly. Well, I always have that energy where, like, yo, kids just love me.
Yeah.
You know, shit, dogs love me. All type of animals, insects love me. And this is just being
a welcoming,
energy, and that's it. And so, like, once I started, like, gravitating to that, like, they made me get more serious in, like, being an art teacher and just, like, improving my skills.
Yeah.
I think, like, 2013, that's when I first did my big art show. It was like a group show. And no lie, that really changed the whole dynamic, because it was a packed show too. And I kept getting like, oh, these pieces are nice, pieces are nice. I'm like, alright, so buy this shit, motherfucker. God. And then one stranger, he came up to me, he was like, yo, I ain't gonna lie, I don't got no money to buy your shit, but I'm gonna tell you, like, a advice that's priceless. And no lie, it was. He was like, yo, you go hear 99 no's before you hear that one yes. And he just walked off. I was like, oh shit, that shit just hit me. And I just thought about that shit, shifted my whole spirit. Cause literally the end of that night, I was like, fuck, I ain't get to sell no pieces, none of that. So I'm there packing everything, talking with my step pops. Then this one white dude came up to me. He was like, yo, you did that Biggie piece? I'm like, yeah. But I was, like, really annoyed. I'm like, yeah. He was like, yo, how much? I told him, like, $700. He was like, all right, cool. He was like, yo, give me a contact. I'm gonna shoot you a text tomorrow, let you know where to meet up or something like that. I'm like, yeah, whatever, nigga. And shit. And no lie, next day, back to work, reading the book to my children. The next thing you know, I get a text. I'm like, yo, this is Omar. I'm like, yo, I got a $700 check for you. I was like, oh shit, what the fuck? Y'all dad said this in front of the children. And they was like, what? So I asked my lead teacher at the time, I'm like, yo, can I please be excused? It was like, hell yeah. I'm like, yo, saw my first piece. Y'all rushed home. Like, I took off that whole day. Like, I rushed home, grabbed that piece, went down to, like, 14th Street where he lived. I'm like, yo, he lived in a nice ass. I'm like, oh shit. And this is all, like, a huge experience for me. It was like a rush. It was like, wow, like, I really sold something that I did. You know, I didn't thought that was, like, really possible. You know, so after that, I was like, all right, cool. And gave me the check. Shit, went to Chase. I was like, hurry up. Shit, give me that money.
And there's a Chase on every block near 14th Street, so you were like 2 minutes away.
Oh my God! So after that, it was like, yo, I really told myself, I was like, you know what? I'm really gonna do this, like, as a career. You know, so then I started, like, building it up. You know, like, the more I was teaching, I think I was preschool teacher for 4 years.
Wow.
Then I moved to middle school, started teaching middle school for 2, then did high school for 1 year. You know, and that whole transition just, like, elevated my artwork. You know?
I'm sure.
And once I got a job working at an art store, like, that was like my college, all in one. Like, cause my manager, they all graduated with their masters.
Shout them out. What art store?
Oh, it was Artists and Craftsman Supply.
Oh, okay.
And it's a brand, it's a company that's pretty much all over the country, but they had one particular one in Harlem, which was the best one. You know, 'cause, you know, Harlem, crazy. And shit, so, like, that was literally, and I was there for 4 years, so that really transcended my art career, you know, because around that time I wasn't teaching, so I had more time to be full-fledged into it, you know, so met my mentors, in like 2015 at that art store, and once I was with them, like they gave me so many like guide steps and like and what not to repeat, and gave me a whole lot of influence and like confidence within myself, and I just started like listen. Like one of my greatest features is just listening and applying and stuff like that. So after doing like a lot of shows with galleries, like I started like, all right, cool, enough of the galleries. Like let me start representing myself, because I realized can't nobody sell you better than you sell yourself.
I say that in the personal training business all the time.
Literally.
Yeah, it's true. How can you expect someone else to? How?
Exactly. Or they're just going to take advantage, or just go half-ass you.
You know how much hard work you put in. You know how much time it took. You know how much, like, come on.
Exactly. So they was telling me, like, yo, man, fuck all these galleries, man. You could be your own gallery. You could literally represent yourself when you're doing, like, all these, like, these art shows. I'm like, yo, you know what? It's true. So that it led me to showcasing in Tokyo.
Wow.
Yeah, L.A., Art Basel, Chicago, L.A., Italy, Amsterdam, London. Wow. It was cool. So, like, yo, a lot of...
Isn't Art Basel big? I'm not into art, like, I love to view it, I love to buy it, I love to support, but, like, I have no idea what's going on.
Oh, the business of it? Yeah, the art world. I be saying a lot, the art world ain't no different between the drug world. It literally isn't. You know, there's a lot of corrupted motherfuckers. I even got a lot of corrupted people dealing with our own people. And stuff like that. And I'm talking about dealers that sell to celebrities, rappers, actors, entertainers. You know, just a small ass world. You know, and I got exposed to all of that, like at early within my art career, which is like kind of fascinating when I be looking back at it. It's like, wow, like I've been around just like all these people in all these places just by doing what I love to do. You know, so once that started building up, I started like taking more control of it. You know, that's when you can really start accessing like anything you really want to do.
Right.
You know, so like even now, because there was a point I was living in Chicago for like a good year, and I came back here, and that's when my mentor was like, yo, instead of like trying to move back out, like you should try to buy this building. You know, so I'm like, you know, that makes more sense because I lived here all my life, so it will make sense to try to buy this whole building instead of trying to like move out or anything like that. You know, so just started like saving a lot of accumulation of funds that I get like through these canvases. You know, and just start putting it towards land. I bought land this year, which was cool. That was like a good first step into like getting more ownership.
Yeah.
You know, and stuff like my art was contributing back into the earth. And I give like a funny etymology within the whole word, because there's no earth without art.
That's true. Right, right smack dab in the middle there.
Right in the middle, and the art brought me back to the earth. You know, as far as like all the funds that I accumulated from my art allowed me to buy land. Right. You know, buy a piece of earth. You know, like that. So I want to like do that more on a bigger scale. And even more so, you know, 'cause the whole thing now is just like owning everything within our culture, within our community, and as well like individuals, so we could pass down and like really have the future. We have kids and not inherit it, or whoever you believe in to inherit that. Right. You know, so that's like pretty much been my whole perspective and concept now when dealing with like what I've been creating, because like doing this whole experience, like I've been fortunate in coming across a lot of people, especially a lot of investors like that's actually millionaires. It's like, yo, there's like basketball players that I looked up to like growing up, and like me doing my art, it's like I got exposed to them. Yeah. You know, wow. I would gravitate to them, or they gravitate towards me, and I'd be able to become friends with them. I was like, yo, wow. You know, and that's just all by just building up my craft, or staying in my craft, and just keep building it up. Being unique to you. That's it. Yeah. Investing within myself.
That didn't happen from being at every game. Nah.
For real. So it's just a whole learning process, and like even now, just learning more about like nature and the earth, and just like getting back into that. You know, I feel like. Cause I'm big on like matching energies and stuff like that. So if I say like I love nature, like I want to match that as much as possible, you know, and respect as much as possible.
I think that's what made me want to do a podcast with you when you, like, right after we had that really bad storm and you were, like, walking around and you were like, she's really upset.
Oh,
and
yeah,
I was like,
yeah,
I think it was, like, the
yeah.
first time I had, like, heard you talk, like, kind of, like, could see who you were as a person through that. Because that's very telling. Like, when someone says that about the earth and isn't just like, fuck, I got no fucking power. Like, that's how I was. Like, I was definitely like that, too. But,
I remember you had to drive around the other blocks. It was a big ass.
There was a big... You know, so I definitely, but that, I think, yeah, that was definitely it. I was like, oh, yep.
You know, it's funny because I barely do post. I mean, I used to, like last year, like, post a lot of myself, like, on the stories and shit. But I'm like, damn, that's too exhausting. It's like,
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying, like trying to maintain and, like, keep yourself active, and I'm like, fuck, man, more of the times I just want to fucking do art and go to sleep.
Right, yeah.
Like, fucking do the same
Post
shit
about
again.
it, yeah.
Stuff like that.
Okay, I'm going to have one question before we end it off, and that is, oh my god, I just forgot it. I had it, and I forgot it. It just can't, like, this is horrible.
Damn, my bad.
No, it's not. It's nothing you did. Oh, yes, okay, I have it. It's back. Okay. Because I just keep glancing at this. It's a mountain of shoes over here. Do you get time to do anything that's not commission-based at this point?
Oh, that's the thing. Yo, I haven't had time to do my own personal projects or nothing. It's like, yo, I barely got time to even start a lot of these paintings because,
Right.
I ain't gonna say no to money, so.
Right.
It's just so, like, I'm always eager to, like, take in and being grateful for people who, like, even want to invest. So I hold, like, a lot of appreciation for that. So of course I'm gonna do it. But for, like, personal projects, it's like, yo, it's just like this train station project that I want to do.
Okay, right here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That I want to get started and, like, doing these, like, cause sometimes. Well, I was just saying earlier, like, painting, because I've been working on these paintings for, like, 2 years now. Especially those two back there. I think that one, too. And there's, like, more in my room over there. And it's, like, and these are, like, museum quality paintings.
Right.
That I've been working on, like for my next exhibition. You know, so I want it to be, like, really right and really a lot of quality. You know, like, even this, like, I started this, like, beginning of this year, and I haven't touched it since. You know, so a lot of personal work I want to do. I keep saying, like,
It's like ongoing work.
It is ongoing. Yeah. You know, but always right before I even paint on the canvas, like, I'm not gonna tell the story. The story's gonna tell me. You know, so whenever it's the right time within life, that's when I'll let it come to me. Like, or I'll go through a certain experience. It's like, I gotta paint this.
Yeah, everyone. Yeah.
For real. Like, I'll give you an example real quick. I'll show you, because I had this painting of this woman holding a skull, and I never knew, like, what was going to be, like, the background. Then I had one of my friends tell me, like, a little trip that he had. I'm like, yo, but you got a girlfriend, you did that? I'm like, what the fuck? I tried to tell him, like, yo, a woman is more stronger than men. He's like, no, nah. Like, one, your mom. Like, don't even question that one that got smacked in your face.
Right.
And shit. But he was still, like, in denial. Even with all the facts I was giving him, I'm like, you know what? I gotta paint this shit. So that kind of, like, gave me the, I know I'm gonna paint on the back of this woman, you know, because I paint, like, a lot of strong, like, black men warriors, like, behind her. And shit, and she's the foundation of all of them, because woman is the foundation of energy.
Yeah.
You know, so that was kind of like me giving off, alright, cool. Now I got the right information, the right muse, the right energy to complete it.
Right.
Or even just go on the right track. You know, just let my experience, like, accumulate and build up.
For sure.
That's
awesome. Well, I have to be back because we have so much to talk about.
Yeah. I feel like this is like chapter 1.
I know, right? Jeez.
I didn't even get to explain, like, the whole birth.
I know.
This fucking style.
And we're like an hour and a half deep.
Real? What?
Oh no, we're 55 minutes deep.
Damn.
55 minutes deep.
I
I was just thinking in my head. But
shit felt like 2 hours.
yeah, right? And then we well, just a preface. Almost everyone that I do these videos with, I don't know before I go into it. And but sometimes I do know. But we didn't even, like, we started talking, and then he was like, wait, but like this is perfect answer, and I was like, wait, but that's literally the question I had to ask you. So he started working on stuff over there, and I just set up and we stopped talking. So we just met today. So yeah, we definitely have so much to talk about,
yeah,
and I would love to come back.
I feel like I know you guys.
I know, like...
I haven't seen you, like, in 2 months. Like,
right. It's been, like, at least a 5-year friendship. Haven't seen you in 2 months. No, haven't seen you since, like, pre-quarantine.
Right.
That's it.
Energy don't lie.
It's true. It's true.
Yeah.
But I'm so glad we made this connection. I'm so happy that we even got a part of your story today, and we will definitely get some more.
I am grateful. Trust me. Definitely gotta come back. Probably doing my back porch, like see my little garden and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, for sure. Mm-hmm. Let's do it.
That's what I've been doing. Like I've been growing my own food, like taking advantage.
Oh my god, that's what I want to do so badly. If that's my next thing, is to have a yard for not only that, but also for my dogs.
Yes.
So.
Yes.
That is the goal.
It is clutch.
But thank you for listening, and I will have all of his links down below, so you can find Justin, aka Club Bum, and you can get your shoes. I'm getting Birkins, but I think the theme that I'm seeing is like Air Force.
No, the theme is literally like I be telling people, any pair. Like, it doesn't matter.
No, but I'm saying what's in front of me right now. Like, if y'all want to know, like, what people want, it's like mad Converse, mad Air Force Ones. Like,
yeah, majority Air Force Ones.
Yeah, a lot. And I was like, wow, I didn't even think I wanted Air Force Ones like that, but now I think I want Birkenstocks and Air Force Ones. I didn't even
explain the concept, because I be calling like growth checks, and it's like to monitor like our growth. Like on a daily basis. So that's like one of the main reasons why I started like doing this more. It's like, cause like I needed a growth check. Mm-hmm. Just in life in general. You know? So we need that constant reminder, like, to hold ourselves accountable. Like to grow and evolve instead of repeating shit.
For sure. Mm-hmm. Oh, I love that.
So
much to go into. My gosh.
We will be back.
Thank you guys for watching.